What got you here is not going to get you anywhere else. What got you here is going to keep you at the level of reality that you're at. What got you here will not elevate the results that you get. What got you here, the self-concept you have that got you here to the best results you've ever created to this day is not going to get you to better results. If you're over here, okay, if you're over here and whatever it is that you want is over here, there is this distance between you and the thing that you want, right? What is that distance? It's your self-concept. It is what you believe is possible for you, what you think can happen for you, what you think is normal for you. And anytime you go beyond the normal, the whatever it is that you've accepted to be the familiar, the usual, the normal, the norm, whatever, the law in your life, anytime you go beyond it, something crazy happens. You know what happens? We call it self-sabotage. Self-sabotage happens where you start to go back, regress. You start to fall back to old patterns. Why? Because that new shit that you're experiencing, that you just broke through a level of identity, a level of self-concept, a level of results that you were not energetically ready for. So if you want the big shit in your life, whatever it is in your dream life, in your ideal reality, whatever it is that you desire, if you want things to work out for you consistently, if you want, when you walk into a room, all eyes are on you. When you talk, people listen. You attract the dream partner. You're the one who's lucky. You're the one who gets everything easily. You're the one who's so bloody magnetic that everybody wants to listen to you. If you want that life, if you want that to be a reality, well, you're not gonna get it by the current self-concept you have. Like, I cannot say this, I cannot stress this enough, but your current self-concept, you need to expand it like an elastic. You need to stretch it. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be greater. It needs to be more you. Because here's the thing. People think when we talk about healing, when we talk about, like personal development or whatever the F, we are talking about adding some new shit to our personality. That is not true. That's not true. We're not asking you to change anything from who you really are. That's the difference, because most people have identified themselves with the version of themselves that was born out of necessity, the survival self. And they think, oh yeah, that's me. But your real self is actually infinite. It is actually abundant. It's actually free-flowing. It's actually miraculous. It is magnetic. It is magical. It is powerful. And when we don't live from that real self, we get addicted to the familiar. We get addicted to playing small in life. We get addicted to this level of reality that is not tied to our authenticity. So if you want the big shit to happen for you, if you want to be the type of person for whom all of these things that you want, you manifest like this. Like before you even speak it, it's there. And I'll tell you a funny story for this. And it came out of a realization, like this realization came out of manifesting a shampoo bottle, right? So I was taking a shower. This is like a few days ago. I'm taking a shower and I was out of shampoo. I just poured the last, shampoo from the bottle in my hand. And I'm like, oh, I need to go get shampoo, right? That's it. That was the thought. And then I completely forgot about it. And I didn't even think about shampoo. Literally a few hours later, my little brother, he had to go get something from the grocery store. And my dad was like, oh, why don't we go to my dad? Like, I don't remember the last time I went to the grocery store with my dad. Like, if I need shampoo, I'm either going to go get it or ask my mom. Like, that just rarely ever happens. But it so happened that he was like, oh, let's go. You can get whatever you want. And I got my freaking shampoo, right? And I was like thinking on the way back, oh, wait, didn't I manifest a shampoo? And then I started thinking about all these random things I often manifest, like all the time. Like I'll think about something, right? The other time my French press broke and I was thinking about it, and then my mom got me a new one. I'm thinking about a certain person, they'll call me immediately. I'm thinking about a certain food, someone will bring it for me. The moment I think about something, it just appears in my reality, because that's how I believe life works for me. Now, the reason it's hard for a lot of people to understand that is because life works by like our own set of rules, and our set of rules is determined by the self-concept that we hold, okay? And it's as unique as the finger freaking print that you have. Are you going to focus on that? Nope. You're not going to focus on that. So whatever self-concept that you've married yourself to, whatever it is that you believe fundamentally, not just speak, by the way. A lot of people will think, oh, it's about looking in the mirror. I'm looking that way because the mirror's that, and saying, oh yeah, I'm good enough. I'm this, life works. If you're not believing it and you're just speaking words, you're actually, it's worse. Then even like it's better for you that you don't say anything at all. That's what I'm gonna say. It's better for you. Why do I say that? Because when you're speaking these good looking words with zero conviction and not feeling good about it, not feeling them to be true, then you're actually telling your brain that this is the opposite of how I feel. This is the opposite of what my life is like. And then you experience the opposite of that in your life. That is crazy. Except it's not. It's very liberating. It's very liberating because then you get to realize that if you make if you shift your alignment, if you shift on an energetic level, you get to call the shots for how life works for you. You get to call the shots for how people perceive you, how you get treated by others. I used to meet the most controlling, narcissistic people because that was my self-concept. When I changed it, I started to meet people that treated me how I treat myself. And how do I treat myself? Like I am the freaking most incredible person to exist, and not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that I know who I am. I am one of one. There's only one me. There's only one Anna P, and I am her. And when I started to embody that, when I started to live like that, like, yeah, I am unique. I have special gifts. There's nobody like me, just like there's nobody like anyone else. You and I, we're not different in the sense that fundamentally we're both very unique. I just learned to own my uniqueness. And the moment I did that, the moment I started attracting people who would reflect that back, who would meet me and be like, man, like they would literally bar for bar. People say the things that I say to myself, they say them back to me because life will reflect back to you your own inner truth. When I didn't believe I was deserving of money, my business didn't make any money despite having a big ass team for like months, 8 to 9 months. When I said, okay, you know what? It's easy for me. Opportunities knock on my door. People work for me. Money works for me. What happened that moment? Things started to happen for me. Because we decide the rules that our life plays by. And if we can like zero in on this, if we can like learn to identify what is going on right now, what needs to go on, what rules do I want to live by, and we can energetically integrate that, that's the winning formula. And that is the most simple way you can manifest whatever the F you want. And you don't need complicated processes, 369 method and blah, water manifestation, blah, blah, blah methods. You don't need none of that. You don't need any manifestation method at all. Like, you think I manifested shampoo like that? You think I manifested a trip to Dubai by like 369? No. Whatever things I've manifested in my life, not all of them, but a lot of them have come from just thinking. And lately, all of them. Like, I think about something and boom, it's there. I think about food and boom, someone's going to be like, hey, have you eaten? I'll think about something and it will appear in front of me. Because that is how I've decided that I want my life that's what I want my life to reflect to me. Because even God says, right, I am how my servant thinks of me. But here's the thing, with most of us, we put our human limitations on the divine, on the infinite, on the inconceivable. We think like this thing that I want is so hard to get, blah, blah, blah. It's illogical, it's unrealistic, blah, blah, blah. So it can't happen for God. Created the heaven, the earth, everything in between. So the faith in the process is not about having faith in yourself, by the way, at all. It's about having conviction and faith in the creator of the heavens and earth. Knowing who is behind you, who is supporting you, who is backing you, who is fueling you, who is the doer of everything. Because it's not you and me. God says not even a leaf falls without, turns without his will. without his decree. And then he also told us, I've given you everything you have ever asked for. He's also told us, I am how you think of me. So if we're constantly thinking that, oh, like, God is not happy with me and God does not want good things for me, God this, God, we're putting limitations. Oh, I don't know if it's going to happen. It's too hard. This God who created the heavens and the earth, this God whose entire universe is based on abundance. There's an abundance of everything. Literally, even the blood that your heart pumps is in abundance. The oxygen you breathe is in abundance. There's no scarcity in anything created by God. Go look at the ocean. Go look at the sky. Limitless, limitless, limitless. That's what everything mirrors back to us. That there is an infiniteness of it all. An inconceivableness. The universe is so grand, so complicated that we can never perceive the fullness of it. That's the creator who is backing you and I. So when you say, I want a promotion, I want this XYZ partner, I want XYZ money, I want XYZ opportunity, and then you're putting limitations on it, your job is not to get that outcome for yourself. Your job, decide what you want, take aligned action, surrender. That's it. It will find you. And that's where you're not having trust in yourself, your own power to create or whatever. You're having faith and conviction in the power that is fueling you, in the power that is the doer of everything. The veil, this entire world is a veil for God's command, God's amr, God's will. So when you ask something from God, that's manifestation, isn't it? Asking from God. And then you gotta have the conviction that you're gonna get it. But you know why we lack it? It's because of our own past stories. It's because of the meanings we've created. It's because of what we've been through, what we've believed in, all this subconscious gunk that we've stored. And it does not serve us. And it runs on autopilot. 95% of it is auto freaking pilot. And you use 5% of your freaking willpower to change and it doesn't work. And then you're just like, I don't know why it doesn't seem to work. BS, bro. Freaking BS. So the reason I say that is because it's such a simple process. It's such a simple process that it's illegal how simple it is, And that's why I've created a 3-hour-long masterclass that I'm doing on 1st Feb 2025. 1st Feb, it's called the Zero BS Manifestation Method, okay? And over here, I tell you very simply the simple step-by-step formula of how to do this. Because theoretically, it makes sense. Theoretically, you're like, okay, yeah, I gotta have conviction. But if it were that easy, and it is, by the way, but if it were that like easy to bypass all these years of conditioning in just this one moment, by the way, which it is, and it probably can be, and you might even have already, but I found for myself that, okay, I know these things and I understand it, but I want to have a process. I'm the kind of person who likes to have a process. But then there's so many people who overcomplicate it. So I made a process for myself that was very freaking simple. It was zero BS, zero fluff, just what the F works. The simple step-by-step juice of it. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to sign up. The link is in the description. You're going to sign up for that class, okay? It's going to be live on Zoom, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Pakistan time, and 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Dubai time, whatever time zone you're in, you can just go translate that. I mean, whatever. But point is, it's going to be on Zoom. You can ask questions. You're going to get a free workbook with it, which is going to have notes, and it's going to have the formula of what works so that you can keep that and work through it. Like even after the class is over, you're going to get the replay to it for free. And you're also going to get what what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna teach you, we're gonna manifest some shit together, and I'm gonna teach you a game to play. Because here's the thing, if you make it to be a game, it gets to be fun. When we stress about it, we block ourselves, we resist, we're literally, our energy resists that thing from coming in. So I'm gonna teach you a fun game, which we're all gonna play together, the 24-hour manifestation game. And then we're all gonna manifest one thing in that room within 24 hours. Then I'm gonna have all of you send me a text about what you manifested, how it came, how funny it was, how surprised you were, okay? And it's gonna be the fun, and that will show you how easy this gets to be, by the way. And through playing this game, I've manifested money, I've manifested coffee, chocolates, the randomest, honestly, the randomest, even a pedicure, by the way. But that's what it is. It's a game. And I use that game to build my conviction. And then I started to, like use it on like bigger stuff, what I actually wanted to call in my life. And I did the self-concept work. So I'm going to teach you all of what you need to do. The simple steps of what to do, what works, how to make it work. We're going to manifest some stuff together. And then in the end, we're going to do one of my most powerful meditations to wire everything in so it goes straight into your subconscious mind. And then you're going to have the opportunity. So you're going to have the opportunity to join a mastermind that I'm having for the next 3 months. And the details are going to be shared there. But even if you don't join that, those 3 hours, I'm going to give it all to you. The mastermind is if you want support, if you want community, if you want to grow together, you want to build together, you want me to coach you one-on-one, you want me to be like, you want a group of friends to do this with, because maybe the people in your life don't like you're not able to relate with them. Maybe they don't get this journey of yours. Maybe they don't see it the way you do, and you're like, man, who do I go to? Because it can feel isolating when you're doing this work by yourself, so which is why the mastermind. But that's just like an optional thing. The other thing that I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do is to have me create a rampage for you. And rampages are what work, okay? They bypass your conscious mind. They create subconscious shifts like this, like magic. It works like magic. And I say that because I have seen it. I have been it. I have done it. I've experienced it. And it is the most juiciest thing that you can do for yourself. And when you start to do this, and I'm going to also give you the opportunity to create a sleep hypnosis sleep hypnosis tape, which is the key to quantum leaping in a new reality, okay? Like literally as fast as 24 hours, as fast as like 2 hours. I've done quantum leaps which happen within 30 minutes, okay? So there's no time. There's no time in the quantum realm, okay? But point blank, 3 hours, total fun, great energy, a lot of learning, a lot of opportunity to like finally let that old shit go. Finally live life, play life at the level you deserve to, at the level of your soul, and stop living from the mind, because the mind will always play in limitations and logic. You are not a logical being. The universe doesn't logically make sense. Like people are still trying to figure out the logic behind a lot of stuff. But here's the big answer. It is beyond logic. And that's what this class is about, the zero BS method that I created. It is not about logic. Ditch the logic out the door. Come in from your soul, come in from your heart, come in with your big energy, and be ready to literally receive miracles, because that's what we're gonna do together. I'll see you there.